As a group, we decided to choose the Metro near Ryerson's campus for our supermarket tour assignment. We chose Metro not only for the convenience of being so close to campus, but also because as students we are all price conscious and Metro does offer student discounts. Metro is a Canadian food retailer that was founded in 1947 and now operates more than 600 food stores in Quebec and Ontario. These stores are under various banners such as Metro, Metro Plus, Super C, and Food Basics. In 2016, their annual sales were over $12 billion. Some of Metro's popular products and private brands offered within stores include Selection, McCain, Irresistibles, and Platinum Grill. As mentioned, Metro is often an attractive supermarket to students who are price conscious, especially when shopping for groceries. The first image that reads, "Students save 10% on groceries at Metro," promotes a reward program for student consumers. This sign was located on the right side when you walk through the front doors into the supermarket. I do believe that if Metro advertised this outside of the store, similar to the second image, it would be more effective in luring students into the supermarket. The second image shows a sign that promotes the one-stop shopping aspect of the supermarket. Not only do potential customers know they can find all of their groceries inside Metro, but now with supermarkets being able to sell beer as well, only one stop is needed for a variety of different items. Finally, once you walk through the front doors of Metro, there is a small sign that promotes using Air Miles to get a free candy for children. Although this sign might do a great job of catching some children's attention when entering the store, we believe that if it was placed in a lower position, just above the average child's eye level, it may have been a more effective luring strategy. When critically evaluating the shopping carts and baskets, there are many different aspects to consider. Firstly, the shopping baskets are strategically placed right at the front door. This makes it simple for consumers to grab a basket as soon as they walk in. They are a bright red color matching the color of the Metro logo. When looking at the size of the basket, it seems very similar to the other supermarkets. In terms of the shopping carts, however, we found it quite odd that they were placed in the thin corridor near the supermarket exit. We discussed how in other supermarkets we had shopped at, they were normally located near the entrance for the ease of consumers when entering the store. In terms of the sizing of the carts, they are larger size but not as big as the ones at Costco. These large-size carts give consumers the illusion that only using the cart for a small number of items is a waste, which ultimately encourages them to purchase more groceries. This Metro location only has one entrance, in an attempt to control where customers start shopping. When you walk through the doors, there is a welcome sign seen in the first image, with their slogan, "Be Inspired." There are also stacks of Metro flyers free for customers, which give them an idea of some of the important sales inside the supermarket this week. As seen in these images, Metro places their produce at the front of the store, on the right side. This layout pushes consumers towards the right side of the store, which is done on purpose. According to the design form, most consumers are right-handed and are inclined to move in that direction more naturally. Placing the produce at the front of the supermarket is an effective technique because they want to move the perishable foods quicker. When entering the supermarket, the placement, organization, colors, as well as smells of the fresh fruits and vegetables are definitely attractive and well thought out. Our group also concluded that when we picture supermarkets in our minds, fresh fruits and vegetables come to mind first, which are usually at the front and easy to find. Consumers don't think about a specific kind of spice or flour, which are harder to find and usually placed in the center aisles. Grocery stores have imprinted our minds to think that the first thing we should see when we enter a grocery store is colorful, fresh foods. And this is exactly what we saw. Shiny green and red apples, red, orange, yellow peppers, everything looked perfect. We also noticed right near the entrance of the store there was an area selling hot, cooked meals to go. We discussed this strategy and thought that there could be quite a few reasons for it, such as creating the initial aroma when entering the store. By seeing so much actual cooked food, consumers become hungry and potentially pick up a snack or a meal. And finally, by seeing and smelling the cooked food, some people want to make their own meals similar to what they see and smell. This pushes them to buy these ingredients. Consumers may think, I should make that today when I get home, but I don't have these specific ingredients. Thankfully, I'm at the supermarket, ultimately leading consumers to purchase more items than originally expected. To add to the amazing visuals of the abundance and colorful arrays of food, the ambience of the grocery store is heightened with low, smooth music, creating a relaxing environment. This is intentionally done to relax, to decrease the stress, and improve the overall morale of all shoppers so they can focus on buying groceries. We find that grocery stores know that for every human, food is important, so they try to get people to escape their lives while they are shopping, and even shop longer than intended. Not only does the music provide a nice, relaxing, subtle feel, but there has been various marketing strategies and research that have been done into deciding the music that you hear upon entering the supermarket. By blending the music seamlessly and removing any extreme dynamics, sudden key changes, and any other features that may distract the listener, it has been proven to increase the sales in the stores.
What do you base your decisions on when you buy food? Price? Yeah. So you go for the sales?
Yeah. Well, you get like the apples and bananas.
Apples and bananas?
I mean, like, I don't really look at prices, pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's on sale, it's
But
definitely a factor.
Yeah, like cheese on sale because it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese and meat.
Cheese and meat, okay, yeah.
So do you ever base your decisions on organic products?
No, I can't afford it.
You can't afford the organic?
So like maybe in 10 years.
Yeah, a lot of young people feel that.
So yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Upon reflection from this interview, we found that like any other consumer, we would all like to buy organic foods. Most individuals would like to buy products free from the negative health impacts that pesticides and herbicides may inflict, but unfortunately, due to financial constraints, are not able to do so. As the student laughs about the state of his financials, there are many cases like his, where consumers know that organic foods are much healthier and a better option, but resort to inorganic food items. They settle for these items because they are seen as cheaper, but one can question the effects it may have on the individual's long-term health. In class, we learned that the Dirty Dozen is a list of fruits and vegetables that are the most contaminated by pesticide use. Some of the most contaminated foods that you should buy organic are strawberries, spinach, apples, and nectarines. By doing this, you are taking some preventative measures against some of the highest induced pesticide foods. Many products offered at Metro had no brand names on the packaging and were displayed as no-name items. After walking through the supermarket, we noticed in small font it said the product was made by Metro. For other large companies, their logos and brand names would clearly be shown, but anything made by Metro was often placed right beside these other brand name products. This might be because supermarkets want to build an image as a channel that delivers groceries from producers to consumers, rather than as producers or manufacturers. The surprising thing was, products made by Metro directly were often a bit cheaper. This is because Metro, acting as both the producer and seller to consumers, were able to cut their costs on their own goods because they didn't have to pay other companies to produce and manufacture. It would be interesting to see if all grocery stores produced and manufactured their own items. Would the quality of the food be compromised, or are the big companies supplying us with the same type of food, but at a more expensive price? Due to the confidentiality and private contracts between the various food companies, we may never know. One interesting thing we noticed was that not all of the same items were placed in the same section. For example, cheeses were placed in two different sections that were very far from each other, thus leading us to do some research by asking the employee from the deli and cheese section why that was the case.
My dad worked at a cheese factory and he preferred getting this stuff than the Black Diamond. He told me that he doesn't want, if you don't want to know what they put in the Black Diamond, it's like not cheese, basically.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
From the interview with an industry professional, it was clear that products that seemed to be the same differed significantly. The employee stated that consumers shouldn't touch products such as Black Diamond because you don't want to know what's in those cheeses. To us, that was very scary. To not want to know what is inside of cheese that we are purchasing, how horrific can it be? According to research, PETA states that many kinds of cheese contains enzymes from stomach lining of cows, bacteria, and addictive drugs and antibiotics. After reading that, we would agree with the employee when he says you don't want to know what's in some of the packaged cheeses. As we critically analyzed more products in Metro, we noticed that items were placed in a very strategic way. We noticed that for younger children, items were placed on the bottom shelf. We thought that supermarkets have designed it this way to lure children into grabbing or begging for these items, leading to the possibility of higher sales from their parents. We also found that through research that big food corporations purchase slotting fees so that their products are placed on shelves just above eye level of adults as well as children. As seen in the images, some companies that pay these slotting fees are Maple Leaf, Yope, and many more. Because of this tactic, consumers not only see these products first, but are consequently lured into purchasing items more often than those placed in less desired locations, such as the very top or very bottom shelves. Some other product placement strategies that we identified were that supermarkets like to create an illusion of abundance and a fuller stock. Therefore, as seen in the image on the right, items are moved to the front, leaving the middle of shelves empty to create a look of abundance. Furthermore, we also noticed that items like salsa and tortilla chips were placed right beside each other to encourage individuals to buy them together. This technique is called boutiquing. Other techniques we noticed were the concealing of disclaimers and important information most consumers would like to know about the foods they are purchasing. We noticed that corporations like Metro lure customers to bold sale-priced items, but not on important information about foods, such as the contents of meat or its preparation methods. We realized that we were able to notice these tactics and marketing strategies because we were told to look at everything critically. Otherwise, we would never have known. As mentioned before, not all items in Metro were related to food. There were many other non-grocery items displayed, such as household products, flowers, and even medication. But something even more interesting was the different types of services offered by the supermarket. As we were exiting the supermarket, we noticed that Metro carried a photocopier and a machine called Coinstar. Although we may not know the exact reason why a grocery store carries a photocopier, we guess that both of the machines were owned by external companies and not Metro. These external companies would pay Metro a fee to use their space for their machines. In addition, Metro would benefit as it would provide customers with more services, which ultimately leads to customers buying more groceries. In short, by providing more services and a place to buy groceries all in one stop, Metro is able to increase the number of overall satisfied customers. In order to increase sales, many supermarkets try to strategize their products to keep up with the annual changing of seasons and holidays as a means to lure consumers into their store. Interestingly enough, some of the seasonal items offered in Metro were not food items. For example, we took the pictures for this tour a week before Halloween. As we walked through the store, we noticed Metro was selling a lot of decorations, face paint, cards, and of course, pumpkins. Having said that, it is estimated that non-food sales account for 25 to 40% of overall sales in some stores. This research signifies that companies strategically have season-themed products along with other non-food items in order to create a welcoming atmosphere for consumers. In conclusion, after critically analyzing the location, lure, shopping carts, entrance, music, packaging, product placement, and many other important aspects of Metro, we feel that we definitely discovered and became aware of many important details we were not mindful of before. As a group, we feel that the majority of consumers are not conscious of specific marketing strategies put in place to lure them into shopping for items they don't need, as well as to keep them inside the supermarket as long as possible. We will leave you with one more tip. Don't accidentally go grocery shopping on an empty stomach, or like us, you'll become the proud owner of aisle 5.